Aloha friends, this is Tutu Signs here at Aloha Food Forest, and I am sitting on the ground today and looking closely at the weeds that are growing. And I've already identified this one here as one that I don't prefer, so I'm going through this little patch of weeds to get rid of this. And why I don't like it is because it gets really thorny and it's hard for bare feet to step on, and it can just take over and it will get much bigger than this into like a little small bush. So it's a beautiful day. I want to be outside. I want to be enjoying the food forest. I want to just be feeling the beauty of being out here. So I brought myself down to pick up a few of these spiky weeds here. So I'll show you. And what I've been finding, look, there's a little Swiss chard in there. There are dandelions. There are other helpful, cute little flowers. So, you know, other people are at the gym. My husband's at the gym. I would rather be out here in the sunshine. I listen to some pleasant music or a YouTube video or something, and then I just hang out here. So I identified this one right here. It needs to come out. So I'm just going to pull out with my fingers, get the whole root. There's another one of those sort of spiky ones. And at the same time, then you can see I'm making room for some of the other preferred plants. So this is part of my step 5, transform your forest floor. So what I discovered is that you can take out plants that you don't want and replace them with plants that you prefer. So I have thrown a bunch of seeds out here, and I know some good seeds are coming up, but now I'm seeing some plants that I don't want that are coming up. So I'm out taking my time, just enjoying the day, pulling out these weeds. You can hear somebody else is using the weed whacker because it's springtime, everything's growing. And then I can really see more of what's going on. Like there's another Swiss chard. I've got some carrots popping up around here. I know this is calendula because I've learned to identify a lot of the wild plants. So look at all that is calendula. Grows by seed, comes back every year. So this is kind of a meditative practice. Here's another one. I'm just gonna reach in underneath here with my finger and try to lift it up with the root. It's very crowded. And sometimes, especially today, I've been noticing a lot of worms. So I'm trying to just do it with my fingers, pulling it up and out rather than using a shovel, because I feel like I'm basically a giant to these worms, right? Oops, I'm doing not very good holding the camera. So I'm a giant out here, and they're going along living their life. And here I am like digging into their world, because their world is below ground. Like I like to think of this as above, so below. There's a lot of life down inside the soil. And this right here is the 0 point, right in between above and below, where we do our work. So I'm just pulling out by the roots some of these spikier weeds that I know I don't like them, because in years past, they get really big and they're too spiky. So I wanted to just point that out. This is the time of year when we are transforming the forest floor. Here's another one. Oh, look, I see another Swiss chard right here. But you can hardly see it because it's got this guy growing right next to it. So I'm just gonna try to pull this one out without, there, I got it. See, and here's another one of the type that I'm getting rid of today. And in the meantime, I'm getting some sunshine. I like to go to the beach and play in the sand. So this is kind of a similar activity of just playing in the soil, playing with the plants. And I can do it right here in my own yard. There's a little tiny one. They'll be real easy to just pluck. It's so much easier to pluck them out when they're young rather than wait for them to get big and then you have to dig them out. Okay. So some of these are in the lettuce families. They're okay. Here's another one I want to get rid of. Here's another one. So, and then I've been listening to whatever I want to listen to. Fun YouTube videos, music, or just be quiet and listen to the birds sing. So I just thought I'd share some of my Step 5, transform the forest floor. And when it rains, I can throw out some more seeds, although I've already thrown out most of the seeds that I have in the spring rains that we've had. So there are going to be a lot more of the types of seeds that I want to see growing out here. And then I'm eliminating some that I don't want to see growing out here. So that's how we transform the food forest floor. Okay, everyone, I send you aloha and thanks for watching. And I hope you enjoy having a food forest garden of your own. Yeah, okay, that's it. Okay. Aloha.